Is the great comedian Fred Rubino. I'm Noam Layden, filling in these last 10 minutes of The Other Side of Midnight. And what James and I do lots of times with you, Mr. Rubino, what Frank used to do, is we go through the biggest stories of the week. It's my favorite moment of the week. And so, of course, the biggest story this week, no doubt, was the fact that Pope Francis passed away on Tuesday morning. And I know you're a longtime Catholic. Am I right about that?
Yes, most of my life.
Oh, you've given up on Catholicism?
Well, you know, Sundays I'm Catholic, and then Monday I'm a slider.
So, I mean, have you been in mourning since Francis passed away?
Well, you know, you're always ready for the next pope. You know,
Right.
it's like baseball. You know,
Yeah.
Jeter left.
Yeah.
Now, you know, he was great. Now let's get somebody else in. But I think a lot of other religions could learn a little something, like the Pope. Ever see you carry that big stick?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I think, let me tell you something. Judaism.
Right.
Judaism?
Right.
Are you in on that?
I am. Yeah.
Okay. If the rabbi had a big stick,
Yeah.
you'd be a temple more.
And there'd probably be a lot more of us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See? Let me tell you, if Jehovah Witnesses were giving out stickball bats
Yeah.
instead of pamphlets, you'd be more likely to... you get off the subway on Malcolm X Boulevard at 2 in the morning.
Right.
You're looking for a Jehovah Witness and that
Right.
and that stickball bat.
Yeah.
You're converting right on that corner.
Do you have money down on one of the Pope candidates and one of the cardinals? Do you have a thought in mind who?
I
who's
think
gonna
the
win?
one in Newark.
Oh, Tobin, Joseph Tobin.
I think so. You know,
Yeah.
Newark, they rig elections all the time there.
That is true.
This guy's in.
It is amazing how they find votes in trash cans there
Yeah.
after the election is over, and then somehow somebody comes out a winner.
Yeah, he's going to be a great... He'll be like a real Jersey Pope.
Right.
You know, say 3 Hail Marys,
Right.
and you got to buy fireworks from me, you know?
Right.
He'll be selling stuff.
You know, I don't know that people know this, but he's a longtime weightlifter, so he's like a tough guy.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what we need.
Yeah.
We need some... That big stick is going to come in handy.
He'll know how to use it.
Oh, yeah, he's going to use it.
There's this story, I don't know if you've been following this. This Doomsday Mom out in Phoenix, Arizona. Her name is Lori Vallow Daybell. She was convicted this week of conspiring to kill her fourth husband.
She's an overachiever.
Yeah. So this jury found her guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. That she's, by the way, she's killed other people. So maybe it doesn't come
Well,
as a
you know
shock.
how murder is. Once you did one, you know, you might as well do a few. See, the marriage vow should say something about murder now.
Yeah.
These days. Because you see this a lot now. It's good times, bad, sickness, and health. I think it's time that murder comes in.
Yeah.
Do you promise not to murder? Because technically she never promised not to murder.
She did not.
So, you know, I got to give her that. But how does she still get a date?
Well, you know how it is. We're desperate, we guys. You know, we'll go out with anybody.
Oh my God! She's dating still. She must make a mean sandwich. Yeah, she killed people, but have you tasted her veal parm?
Right.
Oh my God! I tell you what, her fourth husband, he's doing the dishes.
Yeah.
And he's shutting his mouth about it.
He is. He's probably doing the ironing and the vacuuming too. Yeah.
Oh, that's the cleanest house.
Yeah.
And
Phoenix.
where? Yeah. Is that where it is, Phoenix?
Yeah, Phoenix. Yeah.
Yeah. She's. I don't understand how she's still getting dates. Some girls like, I can't find a guy. She found 4 guys.
And she killed the first 3. So yeah.
Hey, listen. She's an alpha woman.
I don't know if you did this as a kid. I did this as a kid. At Halloween time, we used to pick up eggs sometimes.
Sure.
And, you know, not a proud moment, but we'd go like egg people's cars,
Of course.
their driveways, the front of their house. Well, so this Florida man had somebody who was egging his house, right? And he's upset. I would be too. Someone's egging my house. So
At the price of eggs now, you should be on it.
well, that's true. I didn't even think about
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Those are rich kids.
Yeah, they must be the rich kids if they're egging someone's house. So this Florida man is trying to find the kids that are egging his house, and sure enough, he looks out the window after his house is egged, and he sees an 11-year-old girl out there. He doesn't know he's an 11-year-old girl, but he sees this girl out there. He runs out. He starts screaming at her, telling her, "I can't believe you're egging my house." He then tackles her and holds her down. Now, she said she was just walking by. She had nothing to do with throwing the eggs.
Of course not. I like old school beating children coming back again. I like that. When I was a kid, you know, adults hit you.
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, if my father was chasing me and he couldn't catch me,
Right.
he'd beat up one of my friends.
Right.
One of my fat, slow friends.
Right. Thank God for that fat stuff.
Yeah. My father would grab me and go, "Tell Junior this is what's waiting for him on the way home." And that was it. When I was a kid, no adult could catch you.
No.
You were in shape. That was motivation to be in shape.
Well, it was motivation to join the track team.
The track team, anything. You knew you couldn't get caught. And then when you got older, you had to stop doing a lot of nasty stuff because now the adults could catch you.
Right, you've slowed down.
You slowed down,
It's all
you
those
know?
Twinkies and ho-hos you're eating.
I love it. When I see people hitting their kids, like in the mall, and people like are outraged, I stop. I watch. I'm like,
You're down with that. You
I applaud. And sometimes, like when they do like almost like a trick shot,
Right.
like they'll crack one of their kids and their heads will hit their other kid,
Right.
like a 2-for-1.
Yeah.
I'm
Wow.
taking pictures. I'm
Wow.
shaking hands.
You're handing out medals.
I love it. I love it.
You-
There should be more hitting kids.
Do you remember? I remember getting hit by my father where he would say, "This hurts me more than it hurts you." I remember him saying that.
Oh, my father never said
Oh,
that.
he didn't.
My
Yeah.
father says there's more where that came from.
Michelle, at her funeral, she skipped the inauguration of President Trump, and nobody could figure out why. There were thoughts that maybe she was having issues with her husband, that they were on their way out. But she says no, she did it just because she needed time to her for herself, and she wants you to leave her alone.
She said that she's going to break her silence. Does she know that in order to break her silence, she actually had to be silent at some point in her life?
Right.
I've never seen a first lady with this big a mouth in my whole life. She's hit every talk show, every black convention, podcast. When was she silent?
Great question.
I mean, you have to be silent. It's like me saying, I'm breaking my sobriety. Every night I break my sobriety. I was never sober. You gotta shut up, Michelle. I can't even count on one hand things that other first ladies said.
Yeah.
Like all the first ladies combined,
I wouldn't know.
Maybe one, just say no.
Yeah. Oh, right.
That's it.
So, okay, you got a big gig this weekend. Tell us about your website, where we can find out about everything.
Just go to fredrubino.com. Tonight I'll be at the Goat in Central Jersey, a 5-star restaurant with comedy and food. And I'll be doing my podcast on Tuesday live. Just go to fredrubino.com.
You got to see Fred in person. He's really, well, you hear how funny he is, but he's really funny on stage. Fred, always great to see you. Always great to fill in for 9 minutes of the other side of midnight. I'll see you in a few minutes on the News Hour right here on WABC in New York.
Thank you.